Hi everyone and welcome back to the show.
We hope you all had an enjoyable weekend.
Alongside Van Owens, I'm Dave Donker and thanks for joining us.
Officially, we welcome to December, our last month for 2016.
There are only 18 days until we depart for our winter holiday break and...
Certainly, continue to work hard to complete your 2016 goals. Think of others, be kind and respectful, and finish the year out strong.
With that, we will get started.
At the conclusion of the show, we will be sharing a segment courtesy of CBS Sunday Morning.
This Wednesday, December 7th, marks the 75th remembrance of the attack on Pearl Harbor.
The CBS Sunday Morning segment is about 8 minutes and is worth the viewing. So again, at the end of the show, please stay tuned for the Pearl Harbor segment.
This episode of KHS Weekly is for the week of December 5th through December 9th.
As we get started, please listen carefully as we have a ton of announcements to get to.
As always, be sure to check with your activity advisors, check the KHS website.
And listen to the end of school announcements as meetings are subject to change.
This is a note for all drivers.
This time of the year, with cool temps and wet roads, be mindful on the roads and drive with extreme care and caution.
Okay, getting started. Our first announcement is shared with us from the KHS Student Council.
Attention all students, the holidays are coming up soon.
Would you like to share holiday spirit with a friend?
Would you like to share holiday cheer for a staff member?
Here's your chance to show your appreciation to this person by sending him or her a holidaygram.
We will be selling candy canes and Hanukkah gelt with personalized messages that will be delivered to your classroom on Friday, December 23rd during Block D.
They are only $1. All grams will be sold outside the old cafeteria and the old gym December 7th to the 16th.
Join the Student Council and help share and enjoy in the holiday cheer with this fun event.
Hey, here are a few school updates and acknowledgments that have happened recently at KHS.
Congratulations to the Kinnelon High School Student of the Week, Heather Ginsberg.
She was nominated by our faculty and selected for this recognition based on her positive attitude, character, and work ethic.
Heather's spirit, positive disposition, and warm personality are valued in and around Kinnelon High School.
As a junior, Heather's favorite classes are AP Calculus, BC, and AP Chemistry.
When she is not studying, she enjoys to take full advantage of the various extracurricular activities offered here at KHS, including mock trial, FBLA, and DECA.
This week, we celebrate Heather for her enthusiasm and character. We are proud and fortunate to have Heather at KHS.
Congratulations to Kinnelon High School Educator of the Week, Mr. Eric DiColo, who was nominated and selected for this honor for his enthusiasm and strong commitment to the KHS community.
Mr. DiColo teaches physical education and health to all 4 grade levels, shares his passion of sports and fitness both in and outside the classroom.
He is the advisor for the varsity club, head wrestling coach, and an assistant coach for both football and lacrosse.
He participates in intramurals athletics in his free time and enjoys hiking, fishing, and just about anything in the outdoor recreation field.
And if you're in the hallways, you can see the baby unit in health classes underway, and Mr. DiColo instructs the unit in health class.
We are proud and thankful to have Mr. DiColo as an educator at KHS.
Moving along.
This year, the Tri M Music Honor Society and Student Council will be collecting new and unwrapped toys for the United States Marines annual toy drive, Toys for Tots.
Each toy will count as 1 spirit point for your class. Please place your toy in your grade bin.
We are collecting any toys for a girl or a boy ages 0 to 12 years old.
Please join us in helping make the holidays a special time for all to enjoy.
To contribute this event, please drop off your toys in the band room, as seen in the graphic below.
The Varsity Club is bringing back a student fan section.
And this is your opportunity to showcase your support and purchase a t-shirt.
Update, the t-shirt's price has been lowered to only $15. Cash only, and the shirts will be sold any week during lunches. Any questions, please see Mr. Cola.
Also, Varsity Club meeting is Wednesday, December 14th, during the first half of lunch. Again, Varsity Club meeting will be held Wednesday, December 14th.
Attendance is mandatory. Again, attendance is mandatory.
Changing gears a bit.
Attention all interested in purchasing a yearbook.
The yearbook is on sale. We hope you took advantage of the discounted pricing because the price is now $120 from now through and February 15th.
After that, date till June, the price is $140.
For more yearbook info, sponsors, ads, and really all things yearbook, please check out the KHS website and specific yearbook page.
There's a link on the site for www.yearbookordercenter.com and enter the school code 13317.
Moving along.
The holiday season is upon us.
Please join the Give Back Club on Friday, December 9th after school.
In both cafeterias, the club will assemble and wrap care packages for the homeless veterans.
The club is still collecting wrapping paper, tape, conditioner, deodorant, and bar soap through Wednesday, December 7th.
In addition, the club is selling t-shirts. Please see Ms. Scheibling if interested in purchasing a t-shirt.
The Give Back Club would like to thank the town of Kinnelon and the KHS community for the generous support of this project. It could not be done without you.
And now here are a few school activity announcements.
The KHS bands and choirs will perform their holiday concerts on December 7th and 8th at 7 p.m.
On December 7th, please join us for the performances of the concert choir and symphonic band.
On December 8th, please join us for chamber singers and wind ensemble.
These 2 evenings of music will be sure to put you in the holiday spirit.
Changing gears,
there will be a Trust Club meeting this Wednesday, December 7th, after school in the old cafeteria.
Trust Club will be working on plans for the Family Fun Night, mentoring and after-school club activities.
Attention all, there is a now academic student volunteers offering tutoring during unit lunch.
Thanks to the members of National Honor Society and students enrolled in Ms. Johnson's Introduction to Calculus class.
Student volunteers are available during unit lunch time in the Media Center to provide tutoring.
Again, student volunteer tutors are available in the Media Center during unit lunch.
No appointment or pre-registration is required. Just stop by during lunch.
The Varsity Club meeting is Wednesday, December 14th during the first portion of lunch.
Attention students, the band Impavid, consisting of Justin Pita, Tyler Daniels Alicio, and Antonio Mignona, will be debuting their EP at Arkitect Music in Butler, New Jersey on Friday, December 16th at 7 p.m.
Special guests may be bombed consisting of John Pinola and his brother Jim Pinola with Kurt Wovenhurst on drums will be joining them.
Tickets will be $10 and see the members of Impavid for information and tickets.
Again, tickets will be $10. The show will be on Friday, December 16th at 7 p.m. CDs and t-shirts will be available at the show.
And of course, the members of Impavid are always willing to take time for autographs.
Here are a few athletic announcements.
Congratulations to the girls swim team for defeating Roxbury High School 112-58 in their first dual meet of the season last Thursday.
Both boys and girls swimming are back in action Tuesday, December 6th versus Randolph at Lakeland Hills YMCA right after school at 2:30.
Come out and show your sport.
All winter sports are now in season. Please see your coach or follow the athletic schedule for practice times.
Follow all sports, schedules, updates, and activities on Twitter at KHS_sports.
Stay updated with all things KHS on our district webpage, and be sure to subscribe to the KHS YouTube channel.
Today's show was directed by Sidney Coots.
Our technical director was Andrew Jaskowitz.
Our video producer was Mike Sabo and Greg Poposky.
Our audio operator was Tim Elefante.
Today's show was produced by Cleo Palace.
Reminder, the CBS Sunday Morning segment starts in a few. Please stay tuned. But
that's it for this week. Have a tremendous week.
Be respectful, be kind, peace everyone, and have a great week.
The Japanese attack on Hawaii on December 7th, 1941, sparked the defiant battle cry, "Remember Pearl Harbor." And even 75 years later, the dwindling ranks of those who watched the attack happen remember it still. Our cover story is reported by Lee Cowan.
Hawaii's Pearl Harbor. It was just a place before it became a memorial. A tropically tranquil place that was Dorinda Nicholson's childhood home.
This was my favorite part of the neighborhood.
Dorinda was just 6 years old that Sunday in 1941. Born in Hawaii, her family was civilian and lived near the dock for the famous Pan Am Clippers. The idea of war coming to this remote Pacific outpost seemed to most here about as likely as a white Hawaiian Christmas. But at 7:55 a.m. on December 7th, a storm did indeed come.
They were coming right over the house.
And when you came outside and you looked up, They were right there.
Right overhead. Canopies pushed back, and could see the pilots' faces. They were that close.
What did you think when you saw that?
Oh, I just leaned closer to my dad and hugged him a little closer.
6 Japanese aircraft carriers had sailed to within 300 miles of the Hawaiian Islands, loaded with more than 350 planes that were on Oahu like a swarm of angry mosquitoes. Dorinda's family fled to the relative safety of the island's sugarcane fields. But Navy Seaman Dick Giraco, now 95, had nowhere to go.
200-300 yards over there is where I was.
He had joined the Navy at age 19 and was part of the crew that manned the PBY Catalina flying boats out of the Naval Air Station at Ford Island. How close were the bombs falling to your hangar?
Within 100 yards.
He hightailed it to a nearby ditch for cover.
And when I first went in it, I'm laying on the bottom of it. And another fella come jumping in right on top of me, laid on top of me. And he was saying Hail Marys as fast as he could say them. And then I said, well, that takes care of that part. I don't have to do that.
But then a Japanese pilot spotted him.
This fella says, well, you might as well turn over and watch this. Dumb me, I turn over. I said, looking up, I'm looking up at a dive bomber coming down.
Straight at you.
Oh, yeah. Banked out over the airfield and looked right down in the ditch. And I could look him right in the eye.
Hangar 79, just one down from where Dick was, still bears the scars. The bullet holes in its bright blue window panes remain, reminders of the serenity shattered on a quiet Sunday morning. Were you mad? Were you angry? Confused?
I don't really recall whether I was angry or not. A lot of people asked me if I was scared, and I'm sure I was. If I wasn't, something wrong with me.
Scores of planes were bruised and battered.
At the Army Air Corps' Hickam Airfield nearby, the Japanese assault continued. Parked wingtip to wingtip, nearly every American warbird was incinerated before ever taking flight. But Japan's real target was Battleship Row.
The Utah is shown capsized and partially sunk.
Within minutes, the California was sinking, and the Oklahoma had also capsized, trapping hundreds in her hull.
The whole side of Battleship Row, clear down to the Arizona, is covered with flames. The people in the water, swimming, trying to get out. It was a terrible, terrible scene.
95-year-old Delton Wally Walling was perched high in a patrol tower that day and saw it all unfold.
Can you imagine how I'm feeling now when I'm watching my great Navy stuffed down my throat? I'm devastated, mad.
And it got worse. Not far away, the Shaw, a destroyer, exploded with such ferocity it sent pieces flying a half-mile away. A moment captured in this iconic photograph.
That almost knocked us off in the tower.
But it was the Arizona that got the worst of it. Hit by armor-piercing bombs, it too exploded, killing 1,177, the single largest loss of life in American naval history. Her hull is still in the mud where she sank. The Arizona remains the final resting place for most of her crew, including 23 sets of brothers, family dying shoulder to shoulder in a war that hadn't even been declared.
When we talk to people, they will say, oh, my father or my grandfather wouldn't tell us anything until he was 60 or 70 years old. They were told to forget about it, to just get on with their lives and forget it.
Craig Nilsson spent the last 5 years compiling one of the most recent accounts of Pearl Harbor, published by Simon & Schuster, a CBS company. December 7th, 1941, he says, was arguably just as pivotal to our identity as the 4th of July, 1776.
It completely transformed the United States. At that moment, we were 14th military power in the world behind Sweden.
So it served really as a rallying cry, in a way.
It made us put on our big boy pants and grow up and become a global leader.
The U.S. did bounce back in double time. All but 3 of the ships damaged or sunk on December 7th were raised, repaired, and sailed again. In fact, by the end of the war, the U.S. had chased down and destroyed every Japanese aircraft carrier used to launch the attack.
This is the greatest generation in the world. And we're down to the handful left.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much.
Wally, like most of the other 40,000 or so enlisted men on Oahu that day, was just a teenager back then. But history's clock is relentless.
I see their faces right before me and know they're gone.
Pearl Harbor's chief historian, Daniel Martinez, has worked here for 32 years, and with each passing anniversary, he worries the collective memory of December 7th is fading.
Most of the young people that come here don't have a clue what happened at this place. They don't even know who won the war. How we will remember World War II after they're gone.
This was a huge open part of the harbor.
Dorinda Nicholson now lives in Kansas City, Missouri, but has made the nearly 5,000-mile trip here to Pearl Harbor for almost every anniversary to tell her story. Sometimes bringing with her the tiny gas mask that she and her brother wore as children in the days after the attack.
So why did you keep this all those years?
Oh, it's my history.
It was history that changed her life and ours. The cry, "Remember Pearl Harbor," sounds pretty obvious. But the challenge for the next generation is to really remember, absent those who will no longer be here to remind us face to face.
They are my heroes, and I will tell their stories as long as I live.